is good? What is good? All right, y'all boys. What is good? Clip my mic real quick. Guys, hopefully I didn't think I went anywhere. I'm being more strategic with my time. I feel like once you get to a point of consistency, like I have, only when you have the videos to prove how far you've come, only then can you reconsider how much you upload. Once you understand how power is truly given to you, you will understand that working hard in it by itself is not enough. We've been taught since we were little boys, and for the girls since y'all were little girls, that if you work hard, if you keep on going, eventually this will happen. In the real world, someone like Aiden Ross is making millions of dollars while people are working hard for with their labor. They're working harder, but Aiden Ross is still making more money, which proves the point that hard work is simply not enough. Now, let's get into the first point. Well, first, I have 3 topics to talk to you guys about. First topic, how perception can make or break you. Second topic, this is actually from Twitter, by the way. I actually saw it 2 days ago, like a day ago or something like that. But it's after 2 years of hiding, after this woman was hiding for 2 years. Her family finally found her after 2 years since she won the lottery. Basically, a little runback of the story. She won the lottery and then she decided to hide so her family wouldn't ask her. All right, number 3. What the government shutdown could mean. Now, guys, if you don't know, let me see the date. The date is Friday, October 17th. That means the shutdown has been active for 2 weeks now and 3 days. Is this good? No, not really, because most people need the government. That's how the government's running. It's because of the people who need it. Therefore, when the government shuts down, most people are gonna panic if this gets any worse. If the government shutdown gets any worse, they are gonna be panicking, to be honest. What's good? What's good? What's good with y'all, man? What's good? What's good? But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it is going to be bad for the government shutdown. It's already been. Now I ain't gonna lie, I haven't been affected by it per se, and it's been 2 weeks. However, I feel like most people need to go ahead and prepare just in case. I know the last shutdown we had was in 2018. But anyway, first topic. Actually, let me know if you guys have any questions. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you guys have any questions. Anyway, all right, we're gonna be talking about how perception can make or break you. One thing that we do as human beings that most people don't even consciously realize is that we control our image towards people. For example, teachers, right? When teachers are in school, they want to be perceived as someone professional, someone who doesn't cuss, someone who's there on time, someone who wears sharp suits or a sharp dress. However, when they're not in their teaching mode anymore and they're at home chilling, they act completely different. The image, the perception of how they're perceived at school compared to how they're perceived at home is 2 different dynamics. We all do this though. It doesn't matter if you're rich, doesn't matter if you're in the middle, doesn't even matter if you're broke. We all to some degree change our image depending on who we're around. It's called code switching. Is it a bad thing? No. Can it be a bad thing depending on what you do? Absolutely. However, it's not inherently a bad thing. It's not. It's not a bad thing. Now, the reason why it can make or break you, because if you know how to control perception to wield it to the betterment of your life, then it can enhance your life actually. One thing about the masses, one thing about most people is that they only see what you show them. Why do you think online people compare themselves to others? People will compare their whole life. Let me make this clear. Most people will compare their whole life to one person's crafted highlight reel on Instagram. You can't compare your whole life trajectory to their one highlight reel. You wanna actually know what's crazy about perception is that any one of you watching this could go to a car right now and say, it took me 2 years to get this car. And then as soon as you're done with that video, you could just go back in your house and you don't even have a car. However, people who are viewing that video are gonna be like, wow, he just bought a car. It's crazy how perception works. Everyone watching can control their image. It's insane. Sick of comparison, you just want to be good. Don't care about this BS anymore. It gave him stress and worry. Right. And I mean, bro, like it's going to give you stress, bro, when you're comparing yourself to others. The thing is, and I want y'all to understand, do not compare your entire life to a person's highlight reel on Instagram. That does not mean that is their life. They can still be going through bullshit behind the scenes, but they're not showing you that because they're crafting their well-crafted image. Like for obviously you are so right, exactly. But look, watch this, right? All right, pretend that my bed, right? Pretend that my bed wasn't made up. Now let's say I was to take a picture of this bed right now. If I was to take a picture, y'all would be like, oh wow, he keeps his bed well done and well clean, right? However, I can literally take a picture and say, oh, my bed looks nice. However, behind the scenes, I could literally just be doing this. I could be messing it up like this behind the scenes, right? I could be doing that. But y'all don't see that part though. Y'all just see the well-crafted image that I've posted online, which is my point. So y'all don't see, like, y'all wouldn't see this, for example. Y'all would just see the bed being made up. So y'all would think, he keeps his bed clean. Not only that, on Roblox and everything, that's telling me they made a game in 7 days while they had assets pre-made for everything so they could produce so fast and they have experience, and they say, making a Roblox game is easy? I never tried to make a Roblox game. That's actually interesting. I never tried to make that. But yeah, the reason why perception can break you is because if you don't know how to use it, it could detriment your life. It could detriment your life. Especially if your actual life isn't comparing to your image. You got to be very careful of that too, and that's the reason why. Because if people find out what's going on behind the scenes, then your fake persona, it's fucked. It's gonna be bad. What's good? Cool cars. What's good? Yeah. Going on to the second topic though. That was basically the first one. Second topic. I saw this clip 2 days ago on Twitter. You said what? Do you think work is a scam, that you've been brainwashed to hustling? I would say to a degree, yes. This is because I know there's people who are working very hard, building houses, working very hard. They're not getting paid as much as Aiden Ross, who simply sits in a chair all day and just talks. It is insane. But we have been taught this, including me. We've been taught ever since we were in elementary school. If you work hard, you will get this. If you keep on working, you will do this. Well, that's not how the real life after school goes. It's not how life goes. But yes, we've all been psyoped into one point to think that we just have to hustle all the damn time. Let me actually make this clear. For anyone who wants to start a personal brand like me or start this YouTube stuff, at first, yes, hard work. You can't have leverage if you don't have hard work. You're not going to instantly have or magically have leverage. You need to work hard first. Once you've been posting for a minimum of 6 months consistently, only then could you think about having leverage. If you don't have at least, I would say about 200 videos on YouTube, you don't even need to think about leverage because you don't even have enough videos to leverage or to work for you. You need to be posting, grinding consistently and hustling. Now, once you've been posting for what, 6, 7, 8 months, only then could you think, okay, now it's not about grinding hard. It's not about just working hard. It's about leveraging. This is what the rich do. You don't even have to be rich to even leverage. You just have to get to that point where hard work, it can only get you so far. Leverage is where it's at. Let's take Kai Cenat, right? When he was grinding, when he was in his grinding phase, right? He was grinding, making videos. However, we don't really know him for his grind. We know him because he leveraged people like Aiden Ross, people like the what is it? Let me think about it. The AMP squad. AMP squad, leveraging them, those connections allowed him to be able to skyrocket. And that's why we know Kaizen at now. Therefore, most people trying to start streaming thinking that they could just stream and that they're going to be up there, and that is not going to happen unless you get extremely lucky, which is rare now. Back then, streaming wasn't as popular as it is now. Now it's become even harder to become a famous streamer unless you have connections. Anyway, going to my point. So I saw this clip on Twitter, and it was basically saying this woman, she was hiding for 2 years. So basically, it's after 2 years of hiding, the family found her since she won the lottery. Basically, this woman, it was a black family. She won the lottery, and she decided to hide from her family for 2 years. Not one, but 2. 2 years. That way, I'm guessing none of them will ask. None of them will feel entitled to get the money. Then one of her family members found the lady who was hiding for 2 years with the lottery. She didn't even have time for them. Then I'm over here looking at the comments. They're saying, yeah, one thing about black families is that, and I'm not talking about all black families, but some black families, they feel entitled to get money when you're rich. No. Don't be doing that now. Do not be doing that now. I promise you, the second you get rich, especially in a black family, let me make this clear, when you get rich, they'll say, we got rich. No, wait, hold on. What do you mean you got rich? No, I got rich. However, and I actually heard this from a pastor too. The second you go broke or you go bankrupt, it's you went bankrupt. You went broke. You went poor, not them. The family never includes them when you're broke. Second you get rich. It's we now. Now it's we. Was it we when you were broke? Was it we when that person was poor? Man, and this is for some family dynamics. This isn't for every single black family dynamic. I know some people will be like, but their family isn't. I'm not talking about your family. I'm talking about some, not all. Listen. Anyway, I can't blame her for hiding once she won the lottery. I mean, bro, that's some big money. And some families feel entitled to receiving that money. Like, you didn't do anything. You didn't work hard. You didn't win the lottery, at the very least. This can even go to a second point about lottery. Many people pay for the lottery because they don't want to work hard to get rich. They want to scratch, wake up one day and magically have it. 9 times out of 10, most people cannot do that. It's not going to happen that way. It's not. It's not going to happen. They sell you a dream, though. Bro, if you really think about the lottery, logically speaking, if it was a greater percentage, let's say you had a 95% chance that if you brought this lottery ticket, you would win. Why do they make it so cheap? Why do they make the lottery so cheap? That's how you know it's dang near impossible to win. But they sell hope. Oh, maybe you'll get the right ones. And then boom, they sell hope. People buy off hope. People will believe. People will still keep on going if it's hope. That's what you have to understand about the world. Chat, I know I said the goatee though, but chat, the goatee need to grow more. But yeah, people will buy. People will believe. People will keep on pushing. People will push over mountains. In a figurative way, not actually. Because of hope. If you can sell somebody hope, you dang near got them. Which is why people keep on buying the lottery. It's really wasting their money every month. But they have the hope that one day they're going to win, which is why they keep on buying you. Then they have social proof. They'll watch the lottery million dollar homes. Then they'll see them have money. And they'll be like, wow, I mean, they won the lottery, which gives you more hope. They sell hope. However, if we're going back to my question, if the lottery was really, bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you. If it was really like that, then like, why? Why is the lottery so easy to get? I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know. But hold on, let me see. Hold on, I'll be right back. Ugh. All right. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now we're gonna save. We'll save the third topic for tomorrow. Cause wait, yeah. We're gonna go live tomorrow as well. So we'll save the third topic for tomorrow. It's basically what the government shutdown could mean. So we're basically gonna talk about that. And yeah, man, make sure y'all boys like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all in the next one, man. Peace.